Hi everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about proc contents, which is a very commonly used SAS procedure, and basically it tells us all the details such as variable names, types, formats, labels, etc. of a particular SAS dataset. So let's begin. So basically this is how a simple proc contents looks like. So it starts with proc contents data equal to lib name, library name dot dataset name. So let's try to run this and see the output. So here you see observation length, number of observation variables, and all these details. You can go through it. And then here is alphabetic list of variables and attributes. So this alphabetic list of variables and attributes tells us about the basically hash means serial number of variables, how these are present in this data set. Variables, this is variable names, then types, lengths, etc. You can go through all these details by yourself. Let's move to additional details what you can add in proc contents to get different type of results. So if you want to print all dataset details in a library, you need to use this all method. Let's try to execute this and then discuss the details. Basically it lists all the details about various datasets available in a particular library. So what is our library here? Case. Let's try to go through this explorer and see where it is. Case. It should be somewhere in libraries. So here it is, and let's try to see what the data sets are available here. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So total 11 data sets. And then let's try to see the details. So basically the first table tells us about all the data sets available in this case library, that is 11. You can check all the details here. And then it also prints individual proc contents of all those data sets. For example, this is the first one, which is account table, and it has all those details. Then the second one is April stock and all those details, and so on. Let's try to go to our next method, that is Node.js. Basically for Node.js you will have to use this all statement as well, because what Node.js does is basically it will suppress all those table outputs, right? So it will only print about the tables that are present in this particular library, but it won't print out the details about particular data sets, right? Let's try to run this and then see. So if you see, it has printed all the details about data sets available here, but it has not printed the individual details about this data sets, right? So if you want this, you can get this by using Node.js. Then there is no print method, which basically is not useful here, but it will be useful in other cases, which I'll tell you a bit later. Let's try to see. Basically it will not print anything, right? So if you go to result, you will not see anything but procedure contents used. Basically it has you executed the procedure, but it has not printed anything to the output. So that's what I said. I mean, it is not useful here, but it will be useful in other cases. So the next method we have is sort. Basically sort, what sort does is it prints the details but not all the details, right? So let's try to execute and see the output. So these are alphabetic list of variables for this particular table in this particular library, that is key, line number, etc. But it has not printed other details, for example variable type, etc., length. then indexes and sorted by. So basically if you want sort details you can use that. Sometimes it will be useful if you just want to copy the variable names or something. Let's move to our next method, that is convert the contents into a SAS table. So yeah, you can also convert these details to a SAS dataset and use it accordingly. So there are two ways. Basically you can use out for main details about a particular dataset and then out to for other details. Let's try to execute. Let's actually execute both of them to save some time. And then so this is the output. Output will be similar as before, no change here. But here if you see, there are two tables, XX and YY. So in XX you will get all these details: lib name, member name, member label, name, type, etc. You can go through these, and then in YY you will get extra details such as lib name, member, number of wares, name, etc. Then let's move to next method, that is order of variables in print. So basically what is the default behavior? You have seen in the beginning that the default behavior of a SAS proc contents procedure is basically to print it in alphabetical order. So let me show you again by running our first proc contents. So this is how it looks like, right? This hash is serial number, so 2314. So why it is not 1234? Because this is the default behavior of SAS. It prints the variables in alphabetical order. So K comes first in alphabetical order, then comes L, and then it comes to text, right? So this is the default behavior. So what if we want it in the actual order as it is present in SAS dataset? So for that you will have to use different methods. First one is collate. What collate does is it prints first the capital letters and then the small letters. So everything will be same except this one. If you see, all the capital letters are printed first and then the small letters, right? So if you are interested in this kind of output, then this is for you. And then the next one is ignore case, which according to the name will ignore the case of variables. So if you see here, week 1 and then week 16. So in the first one, which was collate, you have seen that week 16 was at the end because it starts with a small letter, right? But here, irrespective of this small letter or capital letter, this is according to the alphabetical order, right? So the next one is case collate, and it is similar to ignore case. Actually there is no difference. I could not find one. If you find anything, let me know. So this is exactly as ignore case. Now the last one is proc content. This is very useful, varnum. So it will print according to the as it is present in SAS dataset. So in SAS dataset, the first variable should be ZID and then last should be week 17. Let's try to see it. So this is our SAS dataset. Here if you see, the first variable is ZID and the last variable is week 17, same as this one. So if you need the actual ordering of SAS dataset variables, then you need to use varnum. There is another way how you can use varnum, is basically simply specifying it here without using order. Let's try to execute this one. If you see here, it is the same order. So whether you specify order or not, it is not important here. But for other cases, you will have to specify this order. sorry, not this one. These are the other cases. You will have to specify here the order statement, otherwise it won't run, right? If you see the error. Let's go back and then, so all of this code will be available in the description below. The last one is details and no details. Basically, so this is how the default behavior of a proc contents is, right? It prints all these details. Now if you want to get some additional details, you can use details method. So I mean, if you see, these are the additional details you have not seen before: labels, and then some additional details here, for example label, observation entries or indexes, file sizes, etc. Right? So this is how it prints all these details. Again, I think this is SAS help library, so it will have a lot of data sets here, right? So all these data sets, and then we have no details, which will print less details as compared to details method, right? So it has printed all these labels, but here if you come, you will see member type, which was there, then label, file size, and last modified. Only these things. It has not printed some of the details which were available in this details method. And for specifying these details and no details, you will have to use directory method, otherwise it will print the default output of this proc contents procedure. So that was all about proc contents procedure. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.